It's incredible. If you've never seen Zola Jesus is like this high. I'm 5 foot tall. Joe can carry Zola Jesus around as like an accessory. I've got my Zola Jesus guy. And she runs around stage, she's incredible. It's like, Seeker! And then she runs into the audience and nobody would let her touch them. They're like, ah! And she's a pretty girl. You can tell from the shirt she's a pretty girl, but she's way spooky. Now, no one would let her touch, watch this. Hi, Rodney Honest. He's letting me touch him. Sir, do you know where this hand has been? Yeah. Later on, you're going to go and wash it. You're going to go, my hand smells like Lana Del Rey. What? So I read Zola Jesus touch. So they're like, ah! Okay, so, but before that, opening band was Psychic Teens. They were incredible. Oh, by the way, Zola Jesus is probably the shortest person never to get a show on the Learning Channel, okay? If you're a midget and you have a job, the Learning Channel will give you a fucking show, right? I'm only 5 foot even. I'm afraid I might be like the littlest keyboard player. They'll go, yeah, well, you want a show? If you're like the Duggars and you've got like 25 stupid kids, so if you're a midget with 25 students, you're on that show. If you're a midget and you hoard, you're a hoarder, and you're hoarding 25 student kids, fuck yeah, they'll give you a fucking marathon. And it's the Learning Channel. Okay, so before Zola Jesus, Psychic Teens, and then Synopticon came, and he did beat manipulation, which we all saw earlier. Beat manipulation is not easy. Okay, so Synopticon was, but after Synopticon, before Zola Jesus, I drank a bunch of beer, so I had to piss really badly. So I go to the men's room. Who has been to the men's room here? Alright, you know that little women are raising their hand. Yeah. But guys, she's a keeper. Get a number. You know that little thin divider they have that makes no sense between the urinals? Well, in the basement of the FU church, apparently Unitarians like to get real close when they piss, because the urinals are like this far apart. There's a tiny little divider, and if you're over, 5'2", which I'm not, you can see into the urinal next to you. So I go in, I gotta take one of these like Popeye pisses. I'm like, and this guy comes in, like young guy, he's mid-20s, he's pissing next to me, and I know he's looking. Okay, fine, give me $5 for the show. And then, so I really got pissed. He finishes up before I do. He goes out, I finish up right after it. I come out, he walks up, I'm not making this up, walks up to his girlfriend and goes, you know that short, bald guy, fat bald guy from the Dead Milkmen? So I think the story can only go uphill from here, right? It's like, that Adele record, it's only going to go up from there. So she says, yeah? He goes, I just saw his dick. Now, most normal women at this point would go, okay, good for you. And I want to point out, if I was pissing and somebody from a band, like if Nick Cave was pissing next to me, I'd probably love it. It's Nick Cave. Hey Nick, hey, good work on the ship song and nice penis. So if it were Patti Smith, I'd definitely look, because what's she doing using a urinal? And I'm willing to bet we called her up. We probably would. Oh shit! One other thing about, I went to see Zola Jesus last night in Philly. I gotta show you this. So Zola Jesus had these weird blue cubes, and they were like floating there. That's not it. That's some shit from Downtown Abbey. All right, hold on. This is really good. I'm gonna need a witness on this. Okay, so they swing out these weird iridescent blue cubes. Okay. And this one chick stares into one of these cubes for like 10 minutes. Now, you probably don't believe me. Sir, what is this a picture of?
That's an iridescent blue cube.
And what is that chick doing?
She's like staring at it like it's gonna eat her.
Like for 10 fucking minutes. So I'm like, yo, chickie baby, you're seriously wrecking my calm, man. So I'm thinking, should I stare into her? Anyway, so back to the guy with my dick. So his girlfriend says, like, oh, how was it? And, which is a weird question. And the guy goes, now remember, I hear this. I've gotten some bad reviews in my life, but this one really hurt. So I'm trying to enjoy the rest of the show. Zola Jesus is running around, Seeker, and I'm like, I'm really enjoying this. Oh my God. So, go to see Zola Jesus last night with the weird cubes and everything, right? Got my wife with me. Guess who's there? Mr. Dick Looker, okay? If he was on Downtown Abbey, he'd be like Lord the Dick Looker. So I see him, and I'm like, I walk up. Again, my wife is with me. I say, hi, listen, you probably, might not remember me, but you looked at my dick, and you told your girlfriend I was in there. So now he's got to back out of it. And this is what he says. And again, my wife is saying, I didn't mean anything bad by it. I mean, it just probably wouldn't have mass appeal. My wife, this is what my wife says, goes, yeah, really your dick's more like a cult following thing. And then it hit me. I had an epiphany, which I had removed so my dick would look funny. I had an epiphany, and the epiphany was this. I'd much rather have a cult genital. You should have, if your genitals are cult genitals, they're alright. There are some people that follow your genitals. They like your genitals. They don't care how big your, well, they sometimes care how big your genitals get, but they don't really care how popular your genitals get. They like your genitals. I don't want to ever have superstar genitals, okay? I don't want people going, like, hey, Susie's vagina is totally sold out. Hey, Joe, remember when we used to go see Susie's vagina?
Yeah.
And there was, like, nobody in line to see it? And you can get backstage and hang out with Susie's. Now Susie's vagina is so stuck up. Gotta go through 8 security guards to see it. Doesn't even remember me. What's wrong with it? So that's the point. Be glad your genitals have a cult following. Let them get out. Let them play some shows. Don't let them do a lot of solo shows, okay? If the number of solo shows starts going up, look into that. That's really all I got to tell you. Sorry it took so long. Oh, that guy? That guy was in? His car was in.
What kind of car? What kind of car did he have?
He had a Bitchin.